Hello and welcome to another episode of Kia Electric News. Please note that this is the last new episode of Kia Electric News for a few weeks, as I'm due to have a hernia surgery next Friday and won't be able to produce an episode for Sunday, October the 5th because I will be in recovery. I will release a pre-recorded non-news episode instead, hopefully though. In case you missed them this week, I released two episodes. The first was a news and channel update about the Kia Charge data breach and the release of several new UK and Ireland Kia EV4 hatchback and fastback test drive videos. Also, my personal hernia operation news was covered. I also noticed in Electrifying Kia EV4 review this week, Nicola Hume said that the EV4 will get the remote park assist function available via the phone app. I've heard this rumour before. Let's hope that you don't have to use the phone as a digital key to do it though. The second video was my 8-month review of my Kia EV3 GT Line S. This was originally supposed to be a 6-month review, but with one thing and another, I'm 2 months late, but never mind. I'll start the week with the Kia EV4. Kia UK and Europe put out new press releases for the Kia EV4 with even more images and B-roll footage, some of which we've seen before and some of which is brand new. There's also a little bit of new information. The Kia EV4 is the brand's first all-electric C-segment hatchback engineered on the dedicated EGMP platform to deliver class-leading performance and efficiency. Produced in Zelina, Slovakia, the long-range version is powered by an 81.4 kWh battery that charges from 10 to 80% in 31 minutes, as the EV3 does, but delivers up to 391 miles of WLTP range. That's now confirmed on a single charge. The EV4 hatchback is joined by the EV4 fastback produced at Kia's Gwanmong EV plant in Korea. This model features the same two batteries and motor as the hatchback, providing a maximum range of up to 380 miles WLTP. Both variants feature vehicle-to-load capability for powering external devices and vehicle-to-grid technology for energy sharing. This seems to imply that all EV4s will have vehicle-to-load via the charge port regardless of trim level, but I guess we won't know for sure until someone gets hold of an air trim to see if the vehicle-to-load settings are in the menus. It'd be good if it does. The EV4's 4th generation battery system features advanced thermal management and optimized coolant distribution to maintain consistent performance under high stress and extreme conditions. Rigorous testing included 110,000 kilometre accelerated public road simulation and 10,000 kilometre Nürburgring campaign run at up to 90% of maximum output, with repeated hypercharging sessions demonstrated minimal wear and outstanding efficiency. After testing, engineers confirmed a battery state of health of 95%, proving that the EV4 is built to offer lasting performance and peace of mind for long-term ownership, says Sjoerd Nipping, COO of Kia Europe. This week, Auto Express showed an exclusive first official image of the new Kia EV4 GT hot hatch to challenge the mighty VW Golf R. Auto Express says this is our first official, if slightly blurry, look at the new Kia EV4 GT hot hatch that's slated to arrive next year. It'll pack plenty of power and all-wheel drive, making it a rival to the Volkswagen Golf R. Auto Express snapped this picture during the international launch of the new all-electric Kia EV4. However, it doesn't reveal much about the hot GT version other than it will get neon green brake calipers and detailing like Kia's EV6 GT, plus unique wheel design and what looks like a new front bumper. The standard EV4 uses a single 201 brake horsepower electric motor to drive the front wheels. With an extra e-motor mounted on the rear axle, not only will the EV4 GT get all-wheel drive, we expect it'll pump out between 300 and 400 brake horsepower. For context, the latest Golf R is 328 brake horsepower on tap, whilst the Audi RS3 spits out 394 brake horsepower. Considering top of the range Kia EV4 costs nearly £45,000, we assume the EV4 GT will be over 50 grand. On the Kia UK website, I noticed there is still no configurator yet for the Kia EV5, but you can now configure both the EV6 GT facelift and the EV9 GT. The EV9 GT confirms in the images that the digital lighting grille is coming to the UK and probably Europe on the EV9 GT. The only configuration available for the EV6 GT is a choice of 5 colours. The EV9 GT can be configured with either 6 or 7 seats, also in a choice of 5 colours. Korean car blog reports that Hyundai Ioniq 9 XRT test mule has been spotted in California. After the launch of Hyundai's premium electric SUV, the company's head of design revealed that both an off-road specialised version of the Ioniq 9 XRT and a high-performance version were under consideration. Now a prototype with off-road tyres, a winch and higher suspension appeared in California, spotted by Kindle Auto. Simon Loseby, Hyundai's head of design, revealed during the Ioniq 9 unveiling event that the company is actively exploring these special editions. We are working on two distinct projects, the N and the XRT, apart from the standard lineup, Loseby stated. Every new vehicle development includes consideration for these unique models. MSM reports that Indian pre-facelift EV6s have now been recalled for the faulty EV6 ICCU. Kia India has announced a voluntary recall of 1,380 units for the EV6 manufactured between the 3rd of March 22 and the 14th of April 23. The recall is for the software update in the Integrated Charging Control Unit, or ICCU, to improve the charging process and performance of the 12-volt auxiliary battery. Kia states that the brand is proactively updating the software of the Integrated Charging Control Unit in the affected units to improve the ownership experience. Following on from last week's plug and charge software update for the US-built EV6 facelift, Kia America has now put out this press release. Kia America announced that plug and charge, a new technology designed to simplify the public charging experience for Kia EV drivers, is coming soon and will expand the charging experience through Kia Charge Pass. Seamlessly integrated into the brand's connected vehicle platform, plug and charge enables automatic vehicle authentication and billing at compatible charging stations, eliminating the need for supplemental apps, cards or additional steps at the charger. As part of Kia's commitment to delivering smart, intuitive mobility solutions, Plug and Charge joins the Kia Connect 2 suite of services and will be available for eligible 2025 EV6 vehicles by the end of September, and in Q4 2025 for eligible 2026 EV9 vehicles. Additional communications will be sent to current owners when this feature is available. Once Plug and Charge is activated through the Kia Access 2 app, drivers simply plug in their vehicle at the compatible plug and charge station. The vehicle and charger automatically recognise each other, initiate the session and complete the payment in the background. The following vehicles are eligible to participate in the Plug and Charge program: 2025 EV6s and 2026 EV9s, so not the current year. To participate in the Plug and Charge program, you must have an active Kia Connect subscription, be signed up for the Kia Charge Pass program and have a default payment method to cover the costs associated with your vehicle's charging sessions. Only certain stations offer plug and charge services. Kia Korea this week released a how-to video for the Kia PV5 explaining how the new Android-based touchscreen works. This version was in Korean, so I've transcribed and replaced the audio so you can follow what's going on. Several functions of the driver's seat, from climate control and convenience to media functions, are now integrated into the infotainment system. At the bottom of the infotainment screen, you can set climate control, temperature, fan speed, as well as front-rear defrost. Even when the screen changes, fixed climate app control buttons let you check and adjust settings instantly. Swipe up to open a dedicated panel for advanced climate settings, including heated steering and front seat temperatures, as well as rear climate and second row heating. Tap the Bluetooth icon to play music from your connected phone, or use the apps button to access USB music and radio. Voice recognition lets you adjust settings easily even while driving. Key safety features still use physical buttons for intuitive control. Experience how the streamlined buttons create a more spacious, clutter-free cabin. I don't know, probably not enough buttons there. Genesis USA has released a how-to video for the GV60 Model Year 26 RSPA 2 system. That's Remote Smart Park Assist 2. This video shows EV3 owners what they are missing compared to the cut-down version that we get in the EV3. RSPA 2 is the one thing I really miss about my EV6. And now for some UK Hyundai Ioniq 5 facelift news. During the week I came across a Facebook post from Andrew Granson on the Ioniq 5 UK Facebook group that listed several over-the-air updates that are currently being pushed to Ioniq 5 facelift cars. There is no OTA portal, so this is the only way I can find the information. This brings the car up to system version 25.9.1 and includes PDC update or PowerNet domain controller, and this fixes a bug where the DRLs do not turn off when hazard lights or turn indicators have been activated for a prolonged period of time. The second update is for the MDPS or motor driven power steering, which enhances the steering wheel feel performance, ensuring a smoother and more comfortable driving experience. The third update is for the rear motor control unit or RMCU, which enhances the motor control system for smoother and more stable driving experience by optimizing power delivery. I guess these updates are also being rolled out across the EU. This week I also spotted a fresh update for the Australian Kia EV9 VCMS system, which is Vehicle Charging Management System. The OTA update provides the following improvements to your vehicle if required. Updated vehicle charging management system logic, resolving issues with scheduled charging failing under certain conditions. It's early Saturday morning and I have some late breaking news. The Genesis GV60 has a new NHTA recall. NHTA recall 25V624 for Genesis GV60. They were produced between February the 4th, 2022 to July the 1st, 2024. Potentially affected vehicles 7,855. This is in the US. These vehicles are Korean built vehicles. It's highly likely that this will become a worldwide recall. The description of defect is the stainless steel upper moulding at the top of the windshield assembly in the subject vehicles may have been produced at the supplier with insufficient adhesion, increasing the risk of detachment in certain driving scenarios, so it can just drop off while you're driving. Description of safety risk. Detachment of the moulding while driving can create road hazards for other drivers and increase the risk of a crash. Description of cause. Inadequate control of laminating temperature and insufficient caulking during the supply manufacturing process. And will occupants hear any warning? Occupants may detect wind noise, whistling and or knocking in the upper windshield area of their vehicle whilst driving. Description of remedy program. All owners of the subject vehicles will be notified by first class mail with instructions to bring their vehicles to a Genesis retailer for replacement of the windshield upper moulding. This remedy will be offered at no cost to owners for all affected vehicles, regardless of whether the affected vehicles are still covered under Genesis New Vehicle Limited Warranty. Additionally, Genesis will provide owners of affected vehicles reimbursement for out-of-pocket expenses incurred to obtain a remedy for the recall condition in accordance with the reimbursement plan submitted to the NHTA. And how does the remedy component differ from the recall component? The remedy mouldings are manufactured with proper lamination, temperature control and caulking. Thanks to Corbin, the Ioniq guy, for the heads up on this. Last Friday, Genesis clinched the class winner for the GV60 Sport Plus in the Caravan weight 1600 kilos to 1700 kilos at the Caravan and Motorhome Club Tow Car of the Year Awards 2025. Held in London's prestigious RAC Club on Pall Mall on Friday the 19th of September, the award celebrated the best of the automotive industry when it came to towing. Now the longest running towing awards in the UK, the categories are judged by experts made up of specialist journalists with towing experience and caravan connoisseurs, with almost 40 vehicles put to the test at the UTAC Millbrook Proving Ground in Bedfordshire earlier in the summer. With a maximum brake towing capacity of 1600 kilos, the Genesis GV60 Sport Plus was praised for its refinement, interior and how it handled the towing. And with caravan owners keen to make the most of their holidays, the powerful 800-volt electrical architecture offers exceptionally fast charging times, capable of charging the batteries from 10 to 80% in just 18 minutes. Judges loved the potent 428 brake horsepower, but of more importance was its high level of refinement and how it kept its caravan in check during all of our tests, commented the Caravan and Motorhome Club. Decent levels of ride comfort, a very plush interior, simple to use tech and easily found towing data were all positives. And finally, Genesis released an all-new Magma video on Friday morning. The video blurb says, "A spark of defiance, a feeling about to be unleashed on the road." Unleashed, I guess this suggests that the release of Genesis Magma models is going to happen very soon. Anyway, that's all for this week. As usual, links to all source stories and videos can be found in the show notes in the video description. Thanks for all the views, comments and likes, and many thanks again to all who sent me best wishes on my impending hernia operation. Welcome new channel members, Gary Buck, our Australian correspondent, Robin Dixon and a floating voter. A massive thank you to all my channel members for your invaluable financial support. Channel membership gives you early access to my videos in an advert-free stream from just £1.49 a month. See you in a few weeks. I will keep you up to date with channel posts on my operation. Thanks for watching.